Stephen, tell me, what was it that tempted you back to the club when you arrived here at Albion Park?
Having worked here previously under Alan and Jim and the committee, I knew I was dealing with good people. Obviously, the manager Stevie Pittman being back at the club was a massive pull for me. Got me off the city. So really, if I was going to come back to any club, it was going to be Broxburn, so it was a no-brainer at that point in
time. Stephen, you've been here 100 matches. What was it that tempted you back here in the first place?
Well, me and Derek were up at Livingston, had Livingston reserves. Actually, it was Sparky had told me that the management was leaving. The club wasn't in a really good place, actually, at the time. And I'd been here before and had a bit of success, so I thought I'll maybe just change it and go for a wee challenge. And when I first came in, it was a real challenge. Try to stay up that year. So I stayed up and just kicked on from there.
Derek, you've been here 100 matches now. What was it that tempted you to Broxburn Athletic?
Tempted us back, probably a challenge for one. Like me and Pitts were at Livingston, taking the reserves and under 19s at one point, a bit of both actually. So then we heard the job coming up and we thought, somebody mentioned it to us and we thought, yeah. Obviously Stevie had been here before, I wasn't there at that point, and Marco as well, so thought it'd be a challenge for us. So obviously you always want to challenge yourself, so we thought, right, let's give it a go. Fortunately we got the job and here we are, nearly 100 games later.
What was the ambitions? You came in, the club was towards the bottom of the league, but getting towards the latter stages of the season and then looking forward, what was the ambitions for you as a team?
Yeah, I think definitely when we came in, obviously we were in a bit of trouble near the bottom of the league, obviously hoping to stay in the league, so I think that was the general ambition to start with, not saying ambition, but to stay in the Premier League and then hopefully build a team for next season. And we done that. Obviously it was a bit difficult to start with, trying to get some players in, and the squad at the time obviously we needed a wee bit of help, so we definitely got that. I say the committee and that's been great since we've came here if we've needed anything, so but ultimately to stay in that league, which we've done, and obviously to build a team for the next season, hopefully to challenge.
And you came in just after the rest of the guys in the summer. What were the ambitions for yourself at that point? A bit of a stabilisation in the period before you came in, but what were you looking to achieve in that next bit of time?
The manager was very clear that he was going for the league, but I had to believe him at that point in time due to the fact that he had safely navigated any relegation trouble in the previous season. So in my own mind I felt it was maybe a little bit far-fetched, but he was adamant that he was going for the league, so I was along for the ride.
I told them when I came, when we kept them up, they asked me what my ambitions were. I told them to get promoted, would be that. And fortunately enough, we done it that season. Don't know how, but we done it. But it was, the boys have been absolutely brilliant. Every one of the boys have brought in, it's been really good. And the boys that was here, that we kept, been really good. So you can't fault them. And it's not about us as management, we just keep on ticking over. It's the players themselves. If you bring the right players in, it makes your life a lot easier.
You've been here then, that was 100 games, 65% win rate, won the league, won promotion, good cup runs as well. Must be happy with the achievements that you've had.
Yeah, I mean, you always try, football's a game where you always try to look forward, maybe no back, but you look back in the last 100 games, as you say, it's been a bit, not say a roller coaster to start with, but last season, as I say, really consistent. Billy was brilliant recruitment wise, I say all the coaching staff mucking in, getting players in, the players came in were really, really good. A bit of experience I think is what you need sometimes at this level. getting a good mixture as well. So delighted, I'd say the percentages and all that, you know, that's all great when you look at it on paper, but that was good to, as I say, look back, winning a league, which obviously the club hasn't done for a long time. Cup was a bit of disappointment, as I say. I mean, people say we put out weakened teams. I don't agree with that. The Inverkeithing game, I thought we absolutely, don't know how we didn't win that game, you know, we've done every single thing, bar score a goal, we missed a penalty, and it's one of them, I think their name was written on it, they went on to win it, so disappointed in that respect. So love to win a cup to finish off, but definitely good to look back, but again, looking forward, hopefully we can go into better things.
And the next season up came straight in, won the league. We got our promotion into the Lowland League. You must be pretty happy with the achievements that we've had.
I think it was, you didn't actually appreciate what you'd done until after the season had finished. Certainly that's what I had thinking back, because it was just on to the next game and the next game and the next game, and thankfully there was more wins than defeats at that point in time. So once you get a taste of the winning, it became very greedy.
What's been your favourite match in the 100 that you've been here?
It's a difficult question. Obviously you think maybe games you've forgotten about, but I look back at the Hockey League game last season, not this one, because I think one of our first games when we did come, we went down there, I think our second game, and we got trounced 7-1. So last season I thought, right, this might be a wee gauge of how far we've come in a season. So to win that game pretty comfortable out there, and I think it was the South Challenge Cup. A comfortable, really good performance, scored some good goals, and it was really comfortable end up. We were passed it about really well. I thought after that game, I thought, yeah, we've come a fair way since the first game we played them. So that's certainly one of my favourite games. But there's a lot to choose for me. Musselburgh's away and stuff like that. But I would say that one just to gauge how far we've come at that point.
I like to 8-1 game here, but when teams like Auchinleck can get results against them, because twice I've been in there, lost 7-9 twice. To go down there and win 1-0 was a really good performance. Team performance, the boys battled well. Because Auchinleck tend to bully teams and they're in your face, really strong. But they stood up to the challenge, and we beat them here 3-0 as well. So they were good days. But I've had many good days. Sometimes beating the world teams in the last 10 minutes games is just as good as 1-0. It's just you just get that wee buzz out. But they deserve everything they get. The players. I mean, we've had 100 games. There've been some, obviously, lately a couple of bad results, but most it's been positive.
So good.
And if you had a favourite match in your time?
Obviously not the ones where the keepers have conceded a lot of goals, but for me it's probably a bit of the Scottish Cup. Obviously down at Stranraer, which was a real tough game for us. The boys did well, so that was good for me. Auchinleck's away as well. That was a tough game, but to come away from those two games was really pleasing. So they've probably been a couple of favourites for me.
My favourite match, or the feeling afterwards, was Dunbar away towards the end of last season. We were going into it on our worst run, which was a defeat and a draw. And I know other teams were looking to see how we failed, and we were absolutely fantastic that night. And I think that just put a lot of clubs, that was the final nail in the coffin. Certainly in my mind, the title was ours.